welcome back to another video, and yes, I'm happy. 3 points, that's the main thing. So I'm going to bring you a little bit of a post-match analysis, my match ratings and all that good stuff. But before I want to start, 3 points, that's literally the main thing. You want the performance to be good, don't get me wrong. It wasn't our greatest performance, but there's reasons for that, and I'll get onto that. But 3 points is the main thing. Gives us that winning start, and it gives us a bit of momentum moving in to the Liverpool game. But first of all, I just want to say good debut for Timo Werner. First of all, solid performance up there. You could tell what he will bring to this team, and with the other strikers, we don't really have that. So Timo will add that little bit more of pace, and he's sort of got that like winger's pace where he can just go in, and if he can hold his line a bit better, then he'll score loads of goals. And he could have had a couple goals easily last night. So but good performance from Timo. I'm happy to see him in the chill shirt. Havertz, there's been a bit of hate towards him, and I don't really understand that. He's been training 10 days? He's been at the club 10 days. You've got to give him time. And he wasn't playing in his most natural position per se. So it's nothing to worry about. You got to give it time. He's in a new league, new manager, new philosophy, all that good stuff. So don't worry about Havertz. He'll be fine, and we'll see the best out of him. I would have liked to see him play behind Werner, and it didn't really happen. So we'll see what Frank does moving on to Liverpool and games after that. But we weren't great. It wasn't the greatest team performance, but they've not been training that long. All that international malarkey and all that stuff. It's like we haven't had a pre-season. They haven't been playing together, and that's why to get the win on the opening night is so important moving forward. Defensively, we weren't too bad defensively. I thought Zuma and Christensen were one of our best two players on that pitch, personally, and then obviously we've got Reece James, who scored that absolute wonder goal, as you would have saw in the match reaction. And I want to comment, the match reaction will be coming more, and I'll get better quality on that. It wasn't the greatest, but it will definitely improve. It was just a little trial to see how it would be. So look out for more match reactions, Liverpool and all that. But now let's get on to the player ratings. After, let's say, average performance, but 3 points the important thing. Kepa. First off, I think he made 3 claims from corners. You couldn't fault it. They didn't have a shot on target first half at all, so couldn't really comment. But the one time where they look a bit threatening, they had their first shot on target. And Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher summed it up right. You shouldn't let that in. I knew, on the match reaction, I knew he shouldn't be letting that in. People were saying it goes under his arm. Rubbish. Should save it. End of. Not talking about it. He's not good enough. Get this Mendy guy. And if he's not good enough, then I don't know. We won't win the league with Kepa. I don't know how many times I have to say it. The guy is not good enough. I have backed him. You guys out there will know that I've backed him. But no, he's done. So Kepa gets us 3 out of 10 because the one time he had to make a save, he didn't. So that ruined it. But moving on to the back line. So we've got Reece James. Wow. Reece James. Oh my God. Some people don't understand the sauce. What a goal that was. Absolutely levered it. Upper echelon all the way to the bank. Bit of Spencer FC, but Reece James, what a goal. And he had a good game. One time he got burnt by Solly March, but other than that, perfect performance from Reece James. And that's what we need. I was saying about his defensive capabilities needing to improve, and they did. And obviously that wonder goal makes his performance a whole lot better in a time when we needed to get the lead back because they were coming onto the front foot. But Reece James, 8 out of 10. Brilliant performance. Need that every week. So 2 centre-backs. We've got Zuma and Christensen. Now, I rate these two together. Brilliant. Couldn't fault them. I don't like Christensen, but I like Zuma. But I have to say, Christensen was as good as Zuma. Zuma got the goal, so it puts his rating up a bit. But no, perfect. I remember one time where I thought Christensen, you know, he ball watches and does that stupid thing where he's not looking and he's out of position. But no, last night, perfect performance. We need to see that, because that's what we want. That's the standards we set. Like, Rudiger has to do so much better to get to them standards now, whereas it was a bit all over the place. Thiago Silva won't be a certainty after yesterday's performance. So Christensen gets an 8 and Kurt Zuma gets a 9. Brilliant performance from the centre-backs. Moving on to the left-back, and it's Marcos Alonso. Actually, I thought Azpilicueta would have played there, but he didn't. He went with Marcos Alonso, and Marcos Alonso, credit to him, he done well, considering Brighton's best player on the night was Tariq Lamptey, and Alonso had him perfectly. Done all he had to do, and he done it perfectly. So yeah, no concerns for me. Alonso was good. He's going to be out of the team. We know Ben Chilwell will come in, Ben Chile and all that, but Alonso, perfect. See, that's the standard. That defence last night was quality. Yeah, that one time they scored, they had a few headers, but other than that, it was a complete performance, and that defence has to be proud, apart from Kepa. But overall, yeah, solid defence. I'll give Marcos Alonso a 7.5. No, I will give him an 8. 8 because he dealt with their best player. Moving on into the base, and when I saw Jorginho come into the team, I was a bit concerned. I thought, is he going to do it? Will he be able to deal with the way we're playing? But honestly, another tremendous performance. The guy hasn't had many minutes, but he came in leading by example. The captain on the night gets the penalty and puts it away nicely. And he was the one who set up the penalty, because he intercepted Alzati's awful pass to allow Werner to go in. But no, Jorginho, perfect penalty yet again. Can't complain. Done a good performance. The only issue, he did come off with an injury, so we'll have to see what Frank says about that. But no, perfect performance. Another 8. These player ratings, brilliant performance. Golo Kante, probably up there with 3 man in the matches. You got Werner, Kante, and Reece James. But yeah, Kante's up there. Brilliant. He covered so much ground. I don't know the statistics, but he has to carry the most amount of ground in the whole game. Wow. Brilliant performance. Couldn't fault it yet again. And Golo Kante stepping up. If he can have an injury-free season and get back to his best, he can do some serious stuff. The way he just covered the ground was phenomenal. With him and Jorginho, with that link up, that was interesting, and that gives Frank a lot of options. So yeah, good performance from them two. Kante gets a 9. Good performance from him. Moving on to the attack, so we have Mason Mount, Ruben and Havertz. So we start with Mason Mount. Mason Mount again. He's doing the business. I said he's the best graduate out of the lot, and he backed it up with a brilliant performance. Yeah, out of position, but he's Frank's son. We all know that. The ground he made, similar to Kante, he must have been up there. You could tell he worked his socks off, and that's what I want, 110%. The way you just getting involved. He looks so mature. Much more mature than he did at times last season. So yeah, that's brilliant. That's brilliant news. And that again sets the bar. He knows he has to be up there. And he proved it. And he gets a start for me against Liverpool. Moving on to probably our worst player on the pitch, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Now, this is a bit of a sad one. I do feel bad for the guy. After injury, Sarri ruined him with that injury. I know it wasn't Sarri's fault per se, but if he's friendly, or you think that Ruben Loftus-Cheek wasn't the one we saw a couple years ago, and it's sad. It is sad, but he just, I don't know what it was. He didn't look fit and he didn't look comfortable, and I do think a loan move for Ruben will be the best alternative. I was hoping he could take his chance and grab it and literally make a statement, but he didn't. He didn't do it. And he got pulled off, and he could have been easily pulled off a lot earlier. But Ruben gets a 5, or yeah, it wasn't a good performance from Ruben. Maybe he'll come back stronger, but let's hope so. And I think a loan move is on the agenda. That's something seriously for him and the club to consider after that performance. But we know he's got potential. We know, but he's getting to that age. Oh, yeah, Ruben gets a 5. Moving on into the right mid, sort of right wing position. Kai Havertz played there, and first 20 minutes, I don't think he touched the ball, and that just sort of summed up his performance. He wasn't really involved, but like I said earlier and previous, don't slate him, give him time. The guy's in a new league. He's only trained with these players like 10 days, and not even that. So, yeah, give the man time. We know he's got bundles of talent. Everyone knows he's got bundles of talent. So, yeah, we've got to give him time and to adapt to the league. But let's hope he can bring a good performance. I didn't like the position against Liverpool, but I didn't like the position he played. I don't think that suits him. I know he's versatile, and that's one of the big positives from this guy. But no, I didn't like him in that position. So I'll give Havertz a 6 out of 10 because he did work his socks off. And I remember one time when he did lose it, he tracked all the way back perfectly to retain the ball. And that was a big positive, that he's showing that work ethic. But yeah, 6 out of 10. Moving on into the striker, and Timo Werner got the penalty. He worked his arse off. Excuse my language, but yeah. Timo Werner, quality performance. Honestly, couldn't have asked for more. Mate, he deserved a goal. He could have got a couple. Could easily have took the penalty, but Jorginho did. So, yeah, he won the penalty. That sharpness, we don't see that with the other Chelsea strikers. That sharpness to anticipate the situation, read it, cut it out, get the penalty. Brilliant from Timo, and he worked his arse off, like I said. So, yeah, Timo gets a 9 from me. Brilliant. If he got a goal, he would have been man of the match with a 10. Moving on into the subs, and this first sub was Ross Barkley for Ruben Loftus-Cheek. And yeah, Barkley came on, and to be fair, give him credit, he did wake us up. He wasn't on long enough to properly give him a rating. He was on for half an hour. So yeah, Ross Barkley did well, and he definitely woke us up. He came on when they equalised. So yeah, big positive that from Barkley, and that's the standards I'm saying. He's got to come on, and he's got to prove himself and prove to Frank why we've got him at the club, and why he's going to make a massive difference to the push for top 4 in the title. But yeah, Ross Barkley gets a 7 for me. The other subs, Havertz for Hudson, and I was a bit disappointed I didn't see Hudson earlier. There are reports coming out that people are looking at that and thinking that he might get a loan move or a permanent move, and apparently there's interest from Bayern Munich, so we have to stay tuned for that. And I did feel quite sorry for Hudson. I didn't like the way Frank approached it with having Mount and Havertz as the wing, because there's no width, there's no natural width there, as we well know. So yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that. But yeah, Hudson came on. He did have a bit of a link up down that side, but not long enough again to be able to give a proper rating. So I'll give him a 5 out of 10 because he did do a little bit when he came on. But last sub was Azpilicueta on for Jorginho, who I said got injured. Azpilicueta just came on, and we moved Reece James into the CDM role, which shows his versatility, and he did well with Reece James. But yeah, Azpilicueta didn't really have much to do. It was the last sort of 6 minutes of the game, so yeah, it wasn't a massive job, and I feel like the game was done. Mainly the game was done. So yeah, I'll give Azpilicueta a 5. Done enough. And yeah, moving on into the manager, Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard, I didn't like I said, I didn't really like the shape, but he got some things right. The centre-back partnership was good. He got the full-back situation, leaving out his captain right. Midfield, yeah, I didn't like the way Havertz was playing and Mount on them wings. So that's one to look out for, and he's got a big selection headache for the Liverpool game. But he has a selection headache for every game because we've got so many players. But yeah, Frank, I'll give him a 6. And yeah, I didn't like I said, didn't like the width. But the most important thing was the 3 points. The other thing, I thought he could have bring off Loftus-Cheek a bit earlier for either Barkley or Hudson-Odoi. But yeah, 6 for Frank Lampard, and it was a good performance. I'll give them credit. I mentioned, they didn't have a pre-season, and other factors like that with the international break. So they're all over the gaff. So yeah, but most important thing is 3 points. I'm happy to have watched the game back and picked up all the analysis and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's been my match ratings and my post-match preview. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, go and watch all my other videos and watch my most recent one for my match reaction. And yeah, like I said, them videos will be getting improved, and yeah, I'll bring you more content during the week. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Make sure you leave a massive thumbs up, subscribe, turn that notification bell on, comment who you thought your man of the match was. By the way, mine was Reece James. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later.